Herbert and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, first opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Dalton. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Now Dalton. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing, Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. They were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well-read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not a not.
That's my English teacher right there.
And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Kamara try the right side. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 7-7, our score after one. From the 39, Dalton. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Dalton. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Dalton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And the Seahawks force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket. Beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now, the offense, they had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Again, it's Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Way to hustle, boy. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
58's the mic. 58's the mic. Silver.
Another chance for Dalton. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, pick your game up. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check, 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 check. Slam, slam, slam.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here we go again.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And incomplete on the deep ball. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll start up in Orchard Park, a couple of blue-collar cities doing battle. Pittsburgh at Buffalo. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Zach Pascal, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And it's the visiting LA Chargers who are out in front. Geno Smith throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And
Message here, no need to wait. Was hoping for an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down. To throw here, Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kamara is in. Touchdown, New Orleans. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football.
It's funny to me because we actually keep a football in the booth with us during games, and I notice you cradling the football. You got it tucked.
And they'll begin at the 25. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try to get some of those points back.
A run for Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Andy Dalton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
The receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready deep threat this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned lastly they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed and a history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ins as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on second down, Dalton. He completes it to Olave. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And Dalton to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Prentice taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. It doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Herbert. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw here, Herbert. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Here's Herbert. Short throw to Disley. No gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So the drive will continue after the conversion on 4th. They'll work from the 20 on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker. Their drive will begin at the 25. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 12. A minute 45 to play. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down.
58 Mike, 58 Mike.
Now Dalton. Pass complete. Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. It's complete. Kamara. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Here's Dalton. Connecting with Johnson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Dalton. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 2nd and very short, Dalton. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments. And anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
58 right.
On 2nd and goal, Dalton, his pass caught at the 4. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
What's good on the extra point? And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Saints, things are